Hi, Miss Keita the Boss. How you doing? I'm up early over here where I live. I got a really busy schedule today. It's not even 5 where I am, but I'm up today early, getting my juice done. Because I'm not gonna have time to do it later. So I'm up doing it now. How's your fasting going? Start your day off with a juice, yes. How long did it take you to lose the 70 pounds? I know we talked a little bit yesterday about it, but and tell me exactly what you did, Miss Tina. So I'm up early preparing. I'm gonna be leaving. So I wanted to be intentional about getting my juice done in time so that I'm not out there traveling and getting hungry and making stops. Um, because it's so easy to get sidetracked. There's so much that you pass by, that I pass by on my way to my appointments and doing everything that I got to do. So I thought that I would bring you guys in early and just talk about a few things about juicing and why I think it's so necessary for my life. Hi, John Ton Eats. Welcome to the live. What time is it where you guys are now? I'm filling up my bottle so that when I'm traveling, I'll have some juice with me. What does that mean? Sounds like a good shake you blending up. No, it's juice, like green juice. Today I use celery, kale, and gala apples. And this is for now. And then sometimes I make enough for the whole day. And sometimes because I like mine's fresh. So sometimes I come back in the middle of the day and make more. So that is fresh and I get full benefits from it right away. It won't be sitting around. I'm in Idaho working. It's 5:45. So you're about an hour ahead of me. It's 4:46 here, and I wanted to get an early start. That's why I'm still in my robe, and I still got my oil on my face, and no lipstick, no none of that. So um, I wanted to talk to you guys about being intentional about your health and why I am intentionally making a point of juicing every month, on seven, doing it for 7 days, just juice only. Um, Especially if you live in like this high stress life, um, it gets real easy to care for others and not care for yourself. So this juicing that I'm doing for myself, 7 days at the beginning of every month, is being intentional about self care. My self care is very important to me. Um, and I also wanted to talk to you guys about some of the things that you might need to be aware of, some of the things that your body might be signaling to you that you need to pay special attention to. If you are a caregiver, or you work a high stress job, or your house is just really high stress, it's real easy to ignore like your body and the signs that your body might be giving you. But if you constantly running and you're not listening to what your body is telling you, like you might be having headaches, you might be having a lot of headaches. That's one sign that you might need to slow down and see what it is that you're either doing too much of, and or not doing enough of. And I found that sometimes if I'm having a lot of headaches, it's because of what I'm eating, or I'm not drinking enough water. So I have a 85-ounce bottle of water that I fill up daily, and I try to get that drink up by the time I go to bed. From so in the morning until the time I actually lay down at night, I try to get that water in. But I notice that when I don't do it, because sometimes times don't permit me to do it. Sometimes I'm busy, being a mom and a wife, and doing all the things that come with that, that I forget to take care of myself. But taking the time out to do this juicing, this 7 day juice cleanse, really helps me to focus on me. And so you can't be too selfish with yourself, because when you're caring for everybody else and not giving yourself enough care, they will be without you, because that means you're not taking care of yourself. You're not taking good care of yourself. So, this juicing, I know that I'm putting it on for public display, but again, I've been doing it since 2013. I've been very faithful to myself, and I've been very intentional about my own health. So, this is the juice for today. It's celery, kale, and gala apples. So, what are some of the things that you guys have done to for self care, to take care of yourself? Like 8 months, losing 70 pounds, Miss Keena the boss. That is wonderful. That's awesome. What have you done, to go along with that, that you've noticed that has been along the way, has been intentional about maybe taking care of yourself? What has helped you? One of the things that I found is, even though my family, immediate family, like my kids, I can't force them to drink juice. And hi, backyard gardener, welcome to the live. I can't force people to drink juice, but what I can do is make sure that I take care of myself. I have to make sure that I'm giving myself and my body the attention that it deserves in life. Um, and I believe that being prepared, having my juice, because I'm going to be busy today, getting up early, because like I said, where I live at, in California, it's not 5 in the morning yet. So getting up um, before I'm ready, is taking time for me. Like, this is about me. This is about me being intentional about my health and um, not playing with my health and not playing with my mind, because it takes a lot of um, strength, I guess you could say, to do this. It really does. It takes a lot of determination to really stick to a plan that's not popular. To stick to any plan that's not popular, it takes a lot of strength and determination. Even though there's a lot of things going on around you, a lot of people are saying, well, if you add this, or if you eat something, that should be helpful. Or if you do it this way or that way, you will be okay. But one of the things that I always recommend is, if you start something, do adequate research. Don't let people tell you what you should be doing for your own life unless it's some kind of an intervention. Like, unless you doing something, they see you doing something harmful to yourself, um, that's different. But the the juice that I'm drinking, I've been doing it for a while. So not only have I researched and read the positive benefits of what just drinking juice and fasting can do for your body, but before I started it, I watched others and I listened to what others had to say. And then I said, let me start this on myself. Let me start this on my own. I was high stressed at that time. And even though I don't have high blood pressure, my blood pressure, I was having these headaches and I was drinking a lot of water. So I had to go through the process of elimination. I had to say, well, I drink plenty of water every day. And, but I was eating out a lot and it was going along with the stress. I was, way overweight. And so all of that and the high stress of what was going on, around me, um, I was borderline everything. So, hi, Talita. Good morning. She said, I went to Clean Juice yesterday because I have increasingly left the need to do better. I began taking supplements, saying the same thing, sis. I am not playing with my health. And that's where you need to be in life. Like, I could be asleep. I'm telling you. It's 4:55 in the morning and I could really be asleep right now. Um and I could be, with the busy schedule that I have today, I could be grabbing something out of a drive-through along the way. And to be so focused on your own health and intentional about what you put in your body, like I said before, it takes a lot of strength. It takes a lot of determination to pass up, to not be listening to what everybody else is saying. And the one thing that I do is I have kids that want stuff. So while I'm up packing up my green juice, drinking my green juice, I put on dinner and I still got to get their stuff ready. So talk about strength. They still want junk and they're just children. And so even though I feel like I provide a healthy meals and a pretty healthy lifestyle for the children too, um, I want them to live. I want them to not be deprived, because they'll come in here and they'll be like, when you open up the refrigerator, it's apparent that mama is juicing this week. Everybody knows. And so they are always happy about that because um, they're not getting all the bells and whistles. They still get a few things, but I'm not gonna have all that stuff in my face like that because it's so easy, like I said, to just pop something in my mouth without thinking. But to be intentional about living and be conscious about what you're doing and prayerful about what you're doing is totally different than just going through the motions. So, because I stay in prayer about this, I have to. I have to stay in prayer about being intentional about self care. And that's really sad, though. It's really sad that we have to be intentional about loving on ourselves. And this is love. This green juice for me right now, it is actually self love because even though my body goes through this sort of the first 3 days, 2 or 3 days, my body goes through this kind of what do you call it, withdrawals, and it's not easy. It's not easy at all. So um, being intentional about getting through that period of time is and prayerful about getting through that time when my body is fighting it. It's fighting it. It's going through, right? But the determination to stick to it, you have to be very determined. So um, make sure that you're not putting too many emojis in the chat. It's hard to do a life change journey with kids. Find yourself buying less of what they want, more of what we need. Yeah, because they start because I'm the kind of person that once I make that determination to do something, it's a wrap. Um, I clean out the refrigerator at the beginning of every month. And so the kids, when they come in here and they open up the refrigerator, they be like, oh, Lord, she on it. Um, because the junk, I don't even buy them some of the junk that they bring home from school. Kids find a way. They find a way to get all kinds of stuff. And you don't have to be the one providing them for it. Like my son yesterday, he came home, he's 14. He came home yesterday and he said, here go to your favorite chips that you like. And I said, boy, if you don't get away from me with those chips. So I have to make sure that I'm strong because they find a way. Friends, teachers. Let's talk about teachers and what they give your children at school. But I'm not, it's not going to be a hate on teacher moment because, um, but children find a way to get things. Hi, Steffi Bell. Who else is in here? What are y'all talking about? Are y'all connecting? Yeah. So, anyway, I just wanted to make sure that I'm doing my 7-day fast, drinking my juice. This is pretty good. Good morning, Fallen Skies Pepper. How are you? I'm in here whispering in the kitchen. But yeah. Anybody have a juicer? Anybody in here have a juicer? Anybody else juicing? Anybody? Yes. So, what are some of your favorite recipes that you like to juice? What's your favorite? What did you and why did you start? Why did you start juicing? She said, "Love my juicer. I love my juice. What do you juice every day? I mean, when you do juice, what are you juicing?" And let me see. So, are you the only one in the house with a juicer? Let me see. Who else is in here? Miss. My son has food allergies, so they can't give him nothing at school. My kids got allergies too. Yeah. And they don't always want to stick to the plan. So I always got to deal with the aftermath. So, yeah, we are um, all kinds of veggies. Um, I started off with carrots. I started off just juicing carrots. And let me tell you, carrots are very powerful. I just wanted to juice carrots, and then um, my system has a tendency to be low in iron, so I um, I started working kale into that, but I did not like the combination, so I started getting a bunch of apples and juicing the kale with the apples. It was a while before I found out the real benefits of celery, but um, I started off with carrots, and um, it was a it was a real difference to how carrots taste. I never thought that carrots was that good. And I didn't put ice in it. I always knew that once you put ice in something, it kind of waters it down. And so you won't see me that often putting ice in my juice. Now I have, but I don't. I do my best not to do it often. Kale and apples, celery, apple, carrots, and apples. Um, One of the things that's good. Those are very good combinations, Steffi Bell. One of the things that I found out over time after I continued to study about juicing, because I was just doing it, I was just happy to do it. It was better than the diet that I had. So anything juice was gonna be beneficial. But one of the things that I start finding out is when you mix things together, um, chemically speaking, when you it might take away some of the benefits to just one particular fruit or vegetable. So if you think of yourself as a scientist and you start mixing things, the combination of certain things might give it a different kind of benefit, either add to it or take away from it. Um, Yeah, backyard gardener. I love ginger shots. I went and got a whole bunch of ginger a couple of days ago, and I'm not doing them right now, but by the end of the day, I will have a, a lot of my budget goes on ginger. I'm telling you, because um, it takes away the inflammation for me. And I'm going to say that for me because what works for me might not work for you. But I'm going to tell you, ginger is a very powerful root. And it took me a long time to get to know ginger on such an intimate level. I was watching some benefits when I was doing my research because I research everything. Sometimes it takes me longer to get to know the benefits of a certain thing and everything. But anyway, I said this ginger is a mess. I read up on it and I said, let me try this ginger. So I try to get everybody I know in on this juicing. So my daughters, I have some adult daughters. They came over and we did a ginger shot. You know how some people do alcohol shots. So we did a ginger shot party and we was, you know, drinking ginger. And I'll tell you, all that pain that I was suffering with that day, I was, I slept so good that night. And ginger is so powerful. It really ain't nothing to play with. It had opened up all of this. I didn't have no headache, and I slept like a baby. I slept so good because a lot of times when we can't sleep, our body is trying to tell us something. It's trying to, you know, I don't like pain. I don't like pain of no form, and I don't think anybody else does either. But I'm trying. I'm telling you, if I could write, you know how they have those helicopters that write, those planes that write stuff in the sky. If I could tell you the benefits of ginger, if I could just tell you the benefits of ginger, what it did for me and what it's doing for me, it's I feel like it's a natural revolution. You should see all the ginger I have growing in the backyard. You should see all the ginger that I have. I have so much ginger growing in my backyard, and I have started so much celery growing in the backyard. So, yeah. What are some of the reasons why some of you guys have juice ginger, and what can you say is done for you? I don't want to just be on here giving my story. Fallen Skies Pepper said, yeah, for 5 years, still in the box. The juicer is still in the box for 5 years? Okay. Um, what is what is some of the reasons why you guys started juicing, and what are some of the things that it's done for you? Hold on a second. I'll charge my phone for today. You would think that I had all night to charge this phone, but let me see. Let me see. Is that better? Or is that too bright? There we go. That's better. Starlight, star bright. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to be on here too long, you guys, because um, I am going to get myself ready for the day. Talita said, I just love ginger and turmeric. I will pay because I hate to clean my juicer. Yes. If I'm too hungry and I've started my juice fast, I have mapped out a route of all my juice bars in the area. And I don't mind paying even the full price. I hate paying full price. That's a lie. But if I don't have any points or they don't have no specials that day, I will not hesitate to stop by a juice bar and buy me some juice, because I feel like I'm worth that. Good morning, Carter Z's. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Thank you for coming to the live. So yeah, I think that my life is valuable, and so if I could stop in the past to all these out to eat places and get these meals, when you get a drink, you get your combos, and you get all of that stuff that comes with those combos. Like some of those combos be like $10. So if I get me a large juice, no ice from juice, I go to Juice It Up because it's closest sometime. and I get points based on that. I think I'm worth it. I don't mind paying that. Great, driving the kids to school. Yeah, it's Antonite. Antoinette. I know I'm butchering your name up. I wish there was a juice bar near me that juice to order. Yeah. We it's not a drive through. I have to get out. And sometimes I hate getting out with the kids because I got that 7-year old and she will find something even in the juice bar to get to want. So I do well preparing in advance. I do well um, doing my best not to stop. It's a juice bar at a health food store in our Fitness USA. $6 and $7 a drink. That's a pretty good price. I think today, if I didn't prepare the juice at home, um, they have a special on Thursdays, so I get $2 off. So if I would have went in today, I could get the large for $7, and I could sip on that for about a couple hours. I could sip on that. So yeah. Do you juice, Lisa? Are you a juicer? Have you had juice? Do you have a juicer in your home? Screaming good morning. I missed that part. Um, don't forget to hit the like button, you guys. And thank you for coming to the live. I know everybody is out and about. Um, this is probably right in the middle of you guys' commutes or work hours or dropping the kids off. But here where I am, it's just 5:13, and I decided to get up early so that I can be prepared for my busy day today. Have my juice ready to go, have my juice in my system. I don't normally eat this early, but when I'm juicing, it goes through my system quicker. So I need to have more of it. So I go through um, a number of stalks of celery. On the 7-day juice fast, I probably go through about 30 stalks of celery. And I don't even want to tell you what I spend on ginger. But like I said, because this is my life, and I feel like I'm worth that, and I feel like my health is worth that, and I know that I'm intentional about taking care of myself. So I'm a, I mean, there's a lot of things I could be spending my money on, but when I say to myself, Tisa, um, it's it's worth every dime of it. And to have that kind of sleep and not be in have inflammation and not be in a painful slumber, it's definitely worth that. Hi, Dee Dee's Pharmacy. Good morning. Welcome to the live. Just picked up a bag of carrots yesterday and celery. Yeah. Um, so I got a lot of ginger a couple of days ago, and then I got some carrots. I had got away from carrots, but I this past couple of juice cleanses, I went ahead and decided to get back to carrots because carrots are very beneficial for you too. I had my green smoothie this morning. That's good. What kind of green smoothie? What'd you put in it? And I will be so happy to be able to go into the backyard. I'm still purchasing things, but my plan is to be able to raise um, stuff in the yard, cucumbers, um, celery. I would love to be able to just say, Let me go get my celery right off the stock. Right now, I'm still buying it. Do you add anything like sea moss or spirulina? No, I don't add any of those things. I drink it. Oh, sometimes, okay, so sometimes, like when Taco Tuesday roll around, I will get me some seasonings and put in there. Like if I, because if you just drinking juice, and sometimes I've done this juicing cleanse probably with not good timing for my body. My body be screaming for certain things. And so I will season my juice up, and not today but on another live when I'll show you what I done. I put, I think last month I had a juice, and I wanted taco so bad, but I like to stick to the plan. I put some I juiced a jalapeno, and what else did I have? It was celery, a jalapeno, and I think it was green apples. And you know that helped with that craving. So I was like, cool, this is good. I never juiced a jalapeno before, but it was really good. It was good with the combination of those three things were really good. Um, Peanut butter, all organic. That's good. You had avocado, a banana, avocado, cinnamon, or spinach, agave water. Okay. Um, that sounds good. That's what you have for breakfast. That sounds really good. Um, okay. I'm having juice today. I was in so many lives yesterday, you guys, and I was in this one live that they were eating this burger, and I was like, "Can I juice this burger?" And he held it up to the screen, and I was like, "See, I have this determination about me that's so good that I can literally see what you guys are eating and be in certain places. But at the same time, I make sure I got my juice ready. My juice is ready to go. My juice is so ready to go. So, and then when I get back home, which will be later this afternoon sometime, I'm gonna juice some more, and I'm gonna have some more juice ready to go. I need something heavier than juice. I'm also starting to do 16-hour fast. Yeah, um, I started out with smoothies. That's what I started out. But you got to be really careful. And this is me saying this. You got to be really careful with especially prepackaged smoothies. And you got to really pay attention to what is on the label. When you do smoothies, you don't know what's what's in it. You don't know what they put in it. And so I was when I first started, I was doing it to lose weight, and I wasn't losing anything. I was going to the gym every day. I was real intentional about making sure that my health was in order. Um, so I was buying prepackaged smoothie mix because I thought, well, it's a smoothie. It's a smoothie, and anything is better than what I've been doing. But you can get into a lot of trouble with smoothies. You could, um, I was adding a lot of fruit to my smoothies, and I wasn't paying attention to what the ingredients was. And so when you start being more intentional about what you're putting into your body, there is some great, great, great smoothie mix out there. There are some really good ones, But the warning that I'm putting out there is that you need to read the labels on everything. You need to be more intentional about what you put in your body, because some of these smoothies are, this smoothie mix is loaded with sugar. Some of it has ingredients that's not real healthy. So just be real intentional about what you put it into your system. And I'm only speaking on a personal level because I wasn't there was no health benefit. I was just grabbing whatever because I was uneducated when it came to a smoothie. A lot of it is loaded with sugar. And so when I do make smoothies now, because my girl loved her some smoothies and my husband loves smoothies too. So when I make smoothies, they are from scratch. There is no powder mix or anything like that in there. It's um, I know everything that goes into it. So, and one of the things too that I really like about Juice It Up is I can stand right there and watch and see everything. When I do order a smoothie for her from there, I see everything they put in it, and I ask questions. I don't. You just can't handle me any old type of way. You just can't give me any old thing to eat. You can't. You can't do that for me anymore. I'm intentional about everything. You know, I'm planning everything. You look at this. Do you see that whiteboard? That's a whiteboard, and you might not be able to see what's on it, but there's stuff on that whiteboard. Um, I'm intentional about stuff, and I like being intentional about things. Sometimes things don't always go the way I intend them to go, but I'm still guided by the plan. So I'm intentional about what I put in my body now. Hi, Starduster 2. I missed you coming in. Hi, good morning. The only thing powdered I add is supplements like flaxseed, moringa. Yeah, when I was adding that kind of stuff to the smoothie, I read everything. Um, and I take a good multivitamin. A good multivitamin is healthy for me. And I also have to take iron supplements. So um, I'm on a high iron diet right now. Right now. Because I've always been anemic. I've always been anemic. So I need to make sure that my levels are where they should be. So that is what I am here for today, you guys. I'm going to come back and juice my, um, I wanted to say garlic. I don't know why I wanted to say garlic. I don't juice no garlic, but just because I haven't juiced it as of today does not mean that I won't try it. But my ginger, I'm going to come back later on, and I got oil in my eye because I have to put oil on my face in the mornings. But what foods are you in high iron diet? What foods am I using? Kale. I use kale in the smooth and not in the smoothie. In this juice today that I got, there's that I made is kale, celery, and apples. Gala apples. I love gala apples. They have a little bit higher sugar content in them, I believe, than green apples. But when I get past my 3 days, um, I'll go back to green apple. But right now, when my body is kind of transitioning into the away from the sugars that I eat from time to time, I need a little bit more sugar in my system. So I do the natural sweet potatoes, sweet potato leaves are high in iron. Yeah, is that right? Look, yeah, is that right? And I got quite a few of them back there. I might tomorrow, because I want to talk a little bit more about bringing food from the garden. I harvested a whole beet, But if anybody has juice beets, then you know what kind of intentions beets have for you. And I found out the hard way. I found out the real hard way with beets. And I was like, I'm going to juice some beets. I hate beets. I don't like beets. But I'm going to juice some beets. I'm going to get past this. And I'm so glad that the day that I decided to juice those beets, I was at home. It was a Saturday. It was on my Saturday cleanup because I'm going to tell you something about some beets. You better be at home when you're doing it. For real. You better be at home when you juicing beets. I don't even play around. And I is juicing better than smoothies? I think so. For me, I don't want to knock nobody and what they may be doing. So I'm gonna talk about Tisa today. But I've done both. I um I was with this certain company, and they are well known for their powder drinks, and they're very well known for their supplements. And I was on that, and I did it for probably about a year, and um, I feel better juicing, and I'm gonna leave it at that. My life needs juice in it. This kind of juice that I'm making right now, my life needs that. And if I go a couple of days without the juice, I can feel it. My body can feel it. I can feel it. And it doesn't take long when I'm off of it for pain to set in. Um, I love, what is that beets? What kind of beets? What is that? Oh, I don't know what that is. What's a good juicer? This is my seventh juicer. I started in 2013. This is my seventh juicer, and it's called a Breville. And I have to look at the box, but I'm gonna tell you more about this juicer tomorrow. But this is my seventh one. But I started out with the Jack LaLanne juicer. It was 99. I watched what is that show called? Sick, Dead, and something, and Nearly Dead. And after I watched it, I was determined. I said, I gotta, my determination is so crazy, y'all. I got up, I watched it that night, and I got up that next day, suited up, got everybody suited, and went to Walmart and said, I wonder if they got juicers in here. And I got that juicer that day, and it was actually the best juicer I had, but I lost the key to it, and I had to get rid of it. But it was really a good juicer, and I might get back to that. But for right now, I got this Breville one, and before that, I had a Cuisinart, and uh, I was juicing so much that thing broke down within a couple of months. And the manufacturer of the Cuisinart is so good, let me tell you. And I haven't tried this with none of the other ones. I would just use them until they wouldn't work no more. Yeah, Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. You got it. Neutrino. Is that how you say your name? Welcome to the live. Um, Juicing is the best medicine. Easiest way to get nutrients. Let me see. And Miss Kina the boss said, if only juice for 7 days, what do you? If you only juice for 7 days, what do you do for the other 23? So what I do is I juice every day, whether I'm on a 7 day fast or it doesn't matter. I juice every day. So I do my best to maintain a good diet. I cook healthy meals for my family and myself. I love salad. I love a good salad. So you will see in a lot of my videos, and some of them that are to come, that I eat pretty healthy. I buy all the groceries, so I'm very intentional about what comes into this house and what goes into that refrigerator and what I cook. I'm ready. Health as well. Yeah, let's do this. We got it. And the best thing you can do is have a support system. I just got one. I'm into juicing. Yeah. So that's what I do. I'm intentional about what I eat. Like I'm intentional about what I drink. So um a lot of the meals you might see me making, like the chicken, that fried chicken, that's because I'm not the only one that wants to eat in here. So I have to make sure that I'm cooking meals that everybody like. Because it was a period of time when I was like, everybody drinking juice. You get a juice and you get a juice and you get a juice. And they was like, wait a minute, Tisa. Uh, we not all on this juicing journey in this house. So I had to rethink some things and rethink those thoughts, and I had to cook more and and everything. So we'll talk about that on another one, on another show. We'll talk about that on another show. But I make sure that I take care of myself, so that I'm gonna be around for a little bit, and this bloodstream needs to be healthy. So yeah. Yep. I make sure that the meals that I prepare are pretty healthy. So we eat a when I'm not juicing for seven. I've The longest that I've gone juicing has been 30 days. 30 days. I messed up and then I restarted and I had to do it again. So and that's the one thing that if you um mess up, so to speak. It's not really a mess up, but if you get off track, is what I should say. If you get off track, you can always start again. It's just you. I mean, not that it's just you is a bad thing, but you can always get back on it. I do 2 smoothies a day and a salad. That's a well balanced day. So, um, what's in your salad? And what's in the smoothie? And is this every day for how long? It's extremely hard for me to maintain a cleanse when I cook the meals. Okay. I have to taste everything. I don't have to taste everything. When my when I first had children, I want to say, because I have some adult children, I still have a 7-year old. My youngest is a 7-year old. Um, I had to taste everything with them. And tasting everything could get you in trouble. Um, if you've been cooking for a long time, you like grandma. You don't have to. You know how things are measured out, and you can see the look on people's faces when they eating. I cook it, I set it out, and I walk away. And sometimes I'll sit there and drink my juice, but um, I'm not gonna do that to myself. I ain't doing it. I'm not doing that to myself. Um, Yeah, I make sure my juice is ready. And just like today, I'm preparing some black eyed peas, some meatless black eyed peas. So I won't be having any, but I'm gonna save myself. I'm gonna freeze myself a portion uh for when I get off the fast. And but I can prepare some meals and not taste them, not eat them. We got salt and pepper. I got a whole. If your house is like my house, you got a whole shelf full of seasonings. So if I didn't do something right, everybody put hot sauce and sriracha over everything anyway. I get pleasure in seeing their faces when they eat when I cook. but I eat more meatless meals. Um, as I get older, and I did a little bit of research on it, but as especially as women, as we get older, something happens to our digestive system. And so my system don't tolerate many of those foods, breads, certain meats. Like if I am eating meat, it's chicken or fish. But beef, pork, and all those things really don't are not nice to me. Those things are not nice to me. They're not nice to my digestive system. It's hard to cook and not taste for me too. Um, I do it all the time. I do it all the time. I don't eat everything I cook. Um, because I realize that everybody is different. Everybody has different dietary needs in my household too. Like I have children that have allergies to certain things, and I don't have that allergy to that, or my husband doesn't have that allergy to that. Hi, my inspirational TV. Welcome to the live. So I have to. It does take a lot of discipline, but I've been cooking for a long, long time, you guys. So I don't need to taste it all. And no, I don't need to. I can look at it. My grandma helped raise me. And so I got a lot of knowledge and seeing how she did stuff. And she did taste everything though. But I was very observant and I watched how she did things. No pork in my house, beef maybe once or twice a month. This is for them. Yeah, yeah. Most of the stuff that I get is for them. Um, I don't. One of these days, I want to talk about the notion that it costs more to eat healthier. Um, I don't believe that. I don't believe that's true. I think that if you really sit down and do a cost analysis on what you spend on what, you will see that it's not health. It does not cost more to eat healthier. If you intentional about what you're buying and what you put in your house and your refrigerator and what you put in your body, it doesn't, it really doesn't cost more. So those are all my personal opinions, but I do have experience in buying stuff and I do have experience in I'm not just telling you something I heard. I've been doing it. And I've been buying groceries a long, long, long time. Proactive and versus reactive, yes. Um, so I'm only it's not something I heard, but it's something that I practice. I practice what I preach. I really do, y'all. If I don't know nothing about it, I'm gonna tell you I don't know nothing about it. Like gardening. At this point in time, I'm learning about gardening, and I'm telling you that I'm learning about gardening. And I'm telling you that I want to know enough about gardening to be completely to have my juicing and my family completely sustained with it. So I don't know about gardening, but I do know about juicing because I've been doing it long enough and I have experience. And I do know about cooking because I've been doing it long enough and I got experience. So um, there's no one size fits all on nothing. Nothing, 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 nothing. What works for me might not work for you. Um, it's just true. But it might. So you should try it. It might work for you, but you won't know it until you try it. But my testimony or my what I'm doing, I'm just sharing it because it's working for me. It has worked for me. And I'll tell you this story because When my mom died, it my blood pressure shot high. It shot way up high, and I don't even have high blood pressure. But the emotional stress that my body was under, um, I had high. My pressure was high. I had to go into the doctor, and I had to have my blood pressure checked. And there's a pain that I had that was deep within, and so I juiced, and it kept my pressure. We monitored it for about 30 days. And the juice that I was taking or drinking, because I didn't want to eat. So the juice that I was drinking kept my pressure down. So, um, like I said, I'm only telling you what I know. My experience that I've had with it has been amazing. Um, but you won't know it until you try it. And I think everybody personally should have a juicer in their home. I think everybody like you have a blender. I think everybody has a blender, right? So um, I really think that having a juicer is like having a blender. You should have it. Um, I feel it's cheaper without me too. Without meat, you don't even know. Like you might, but when I was buying all that meat, all those different meat, my bill was my grocery bill was so expensive, hundreds of dollars a week. Hundreds of dollars a week buying meat. I don't buy all that meat no more. I buy a lot, and I don't buy as many fruits as I used to. My family loves apples, and sometimes they'll eat the bananas, but my bill mostly consists, they love carbs though. This is a carb family. They love spaghetti, and I've made it meatless and with meat, and they eat it regardless. They love a lot of pasta, and we eat a lot of chicken and fish. So I will tell you that my bill when I was buying all that meat was in the hundreds of dollars a week. And now it's not. It's not in $100 a week. I think I spend with them being in school, when they out of school, it's a whole different story. But with them being in school, I probably spend maybe 150 to 200 a week on groceries. But there's five, there's seven of us in this house. There's two adults and five children. So I and that's because I don't believe in paying full price for nothing. Not much of anything, I will say. I have, but I'm intentional about what I buy. I'm intentional about everything if I can be. Miss Keena, the boss, says when I get up, first thing I do is bottle of water with apple cider vinegar. What is that amphetamine with then a smoothie? What's that? I don't know what that is. I have so much to learn, you guys. But yeah, it is so much cheaper. Did I miss something? Much love to you all. Gotta go water my garden. Happy gardening. Thank you for coming, Starduster, too. I missed that. But yeah. So explain to me if you possibly can what the fentamine is. What is that? Um, Tylita. Okay. So so it is almost 6 o'clock here, you guys. My crew, my tribe, my village, they're about to get up. And of course, when they get up, they want to be in my background and, they want to be in the live. I have a produce company in my city that sells to the public in bulk, and it is inexpensive in the long run. We have dollar store. I don't know if you guys have a 99 cent only, but we have stores here called the 99 cent only. I won't say everything in there is 99 cent, but they have a fresh produce in there. Um, I don't get a chance to go there as often as I like because I don't like running the little girl that I have, my beautiful daughter, through no store. And so I order groceries, but when I do get a chance to go in there, I stock up on whatever I can. And they have some pretty reasonable produce. So last year I purchased boxes of 43 big apples for $5. Ooh, that's real good for a juicer. You know that, right? That's if you're juicing and you get a box of 43 apples for $5, that's real good because I picked up 2 bags of apples for less than $3 each bag at Walmart. And so I thought that was a good price as well, but it's really not because the bag of chips was more. It's a weight loss pill. Okay, gotcha. So you were having an aid in appetite, like is it an appetite suppressant? It was amazing. Yeah, that I love specials like that. My family of three sometimes struggles to get through it all by the time they struggle to get through it all by the time they go to bed, but it is still much more inexpensive than buying from a grocery store. Yes. And where I live at, there's a lot of people, I want to say farming and growing. So I haven't got into that yet, but I really want to start seeing, if I can get stuff like that while my garden while my garden is getting ready, while I'm learning how to garden. I want to see if I could buy from the local farmers markets. But yeah, that sounds like that's good. So I've been on here for a minute now, about an hour, you guys, and I do have to go and get this tribe ready for the day. So I really appreciate everybody coming to the live to chat with me this morning. But I gotta go. I gotta go get myself together. I gotta go get these children together and get them out the door and ready for their day. So, like I said, I appreciate you guys being on the live with me and have a good day, okay? Have a good day. And tomorrow I'll be live again, so come back. Thank you. Thank you, Backyard Gardener. Thank you for coming. I appreciate that. Have a good day.